My name is Brad Nein. I'm the Director of Soccer Operations for Tormenta FC Academy, and I'm Tormenta Strong.
Hi, I'm Annika Dogger, and I'm Tormenta Strong.
Super excited to have Annika on with me today so we can all learn a little bit more about her and her soccer journey, where she came from, where she's headed, and all the exciting things that she has going on. Annika, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. We're super excited. First off, I know you're excited about, where you're headed next fall. How long have you been, participating with Tormenta and that type of thing?
I think I've been with Tormenta / Storm Soccer Academy since I was 8 when I started doing the winter training stuff, and then it kind of escalated and I started playing for the club team and doing more travel soccer, and then I've just been with them since, pretty much.
So how old are you now? You're 17 or 18?
I'm 18 now.
18, so we're talking like 10 years, so you've kind of been through it with everything throughout all the different ages, and all this hard work you put in for those 10 years. Where are you ending up next fall?
So I'll be playing at Furman University on their women's soccer team next fall.
That's huge. I'm so excited for you. What type of major are you thinking about?
So I'm planning on majoring in international studies and then minoring in Spanish. So that'll be exciting.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. So
yeah.
I know we have quite a few girls that have gone to Furman out of this area as well. So it'll be like a small little reunion for some of your training sessions.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And then we have a few more girls who used to play for Tormenta coming in as well. I think Helen Gutierrez is coming, and then I'm going to be joining Isabella Gutierrez, Lauren O'Hearn, and then Erin O'Hearn has just graduated.
Gosh, that's so awesome. Like it's they know where to come and get the players, I guess. So that's
yeah, seriously. Usually, Coach Byrne knows what he wants.
But the amazing thing here is this journey you've been on over the course of these last 10 years to get to this point where you have this opportunity to go play in college at a really good college and get a really good education. Where did the whole soccer journey start for you? You were talking about winter training when you were 8, but did you do anything younger than that?
Yeah, I've been playing soccer since I was about 3. It's just one of those things that you grow up with. Your parents throw you into rec soccer, then you either love it or you don't. Thankfully I was able to grow to love it, and then I just wanted to take it further, and I kind of had to decide when I was 8 between swimming, ballet, and soccer, and I was like, of course soccer. So and I chose Tormenta and just started rolling with it after that.
Nice. And with that, at 3, were you playing at were you guys living in Hilton Head, at Hilton Head Rec, or were you guys?
Yeah, we had just moved to Hilton Head, so I was playing with the Hilton Head Rec Center.
Oh, that's awesome. And so you did that for about 5 years?
Yep.
Were you super successful? Were you faster and better than the other kids? Was it something where it was hard for you, or what do you think?
I don't know. I was always fairly good at running, so I had that going for me, but I don't think that my technical skills actually developed or went anywhere until I joined Tormenta, because of all the juggling and everything. My touch was just better than the average players. When I was 8, 10, I was just in the top 20% of the nation, most likely, with my touches and stuff. Just because of Tormenta. But before that, I was just fairly good at running, and then I just enjoyed chasing after a ball. So
awesome, I love it. So it was so you come to Tormenta at 8, and at winter training. Who's training your winter training session? Do you remember anything along those lines?
Coach Miguel. Coach Miguel and Coach D. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Coach D. There's a flashback. Love Coach D and love Coach Miguel.
I know.
Yeah, so you just become.
He used to run me into the ground.
I'm gonna copy her on this so she can hear you. That'll be great. So Coach Miguel and Coach D are coaching you when you're 8, and then you just fall deeper in love with the sport. Is it from a lot of this, it's a journey over the course of these last 10 years, and Is it friendships, or is it just love for the sport, or like a combination of both, do you think?
It was a combination of both. It was definitely, I was lucky because I was also put on the B team for about a year or two. So I was able to like understand leadership at that point too, because Jeremy looked at me and he was like, look, like, kid, you're good, but like we need you to like be able to be a little bit more confident on the ball. And I was like, that's fine, I understand that. So that kind of gave me more of like an understanding of the sport, because I was like, I need to put more work in if I want to go somewhere with this. Like I want to go somewhere with, like, that was my goal. I wanted to go to college with it. So I made a lot of friendships on the B team, which was why it was kind of hard to leave, but it also made me work harder towards my goal. And then when I was put on the A team, it was kind of just like go, like no stopping at that point. Like you're just working as hard as you possibly can to try and be at the best of the best. And I was lucky enough to grow up with like Maya Poplin and Abby Brighton and Hannah and all of them, because they've definitely pushed me to be a better player. Especially Abby and I right now have like a whole thing going with like our training schedules for this summer, for our summer training for college, and her and I have definitely been getting closer because of the soccer at this point.
Oh, that's great. So it sounds like a combination of friendships and a passion for sport.
Yeah.
And then as far as, and I think coaches, you know, real good coaches kind of help out with that, where they are, you know, that not only do they foster the friendships, but then they also foster the great learning environment that you've been.
Yeah, definitely.
Now with, so you get to Tormenta, you go from the B team to the A team. At what point, you know, are you then leaving Hilton Head to train? You know, is that something you remember, or is that like?
Yeah, that was like, that actually came as a shock to me, because like as soon as I joined the club team, it was like, all right, now once a week you're supposed to be in Savannah. And my mom's like, are you sure you want to do this? Like that's a lot of commitment for like a 10, 11-year-old at that point, like 9, 10, 11.
Sure.
Which was honestly not horrible, because it was fun, because I had like my entire team in the car and we were like, go watch Ace Ventura down to Savannah and then go train for 2 hours and then come back and do our homework on the way back. So it wasn't horrible because I was with the team, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, so I remember those days when everybody would come down to Jennifer Ross and train.
Yeah.
At that point, and then so you're coming down, you're falling in love with soccer, and then the team comes together. Did the, you know, let's say you're 13 or 14 now, did the team find a lot of success, or did you have any other, we were good. We had a good streak where we were good. And so you guys were all born in 2001, right?
No, our team was sorry, there's a large FedEx truck coming by.
Does he want to say hi?
Sorry.
Does the FedEx guy want to say hi?
Our team was actually a mix of anywhere from 04s to 01s, so I was on the older end of the team.
Sure.
And then there was a good bit where we were mixed in with the 99s and the 00s as well. It was like me, Abby Brighton, Hannah, and a few others I can't think of. I think Sadie Guest, before she tore her ACL. We were all mixed in with the 99s and 00s for a little bit, which was fun too. But yeah, it was definitely it was a young team.
Yeah, that must have really pushed you to be training with older kids.
Yeah, I think the best training I had was with the boys, though. I think that's definitely like where I benefited most, especially in the past year or two. Just having like Kendall and Joel yell at me on a daily basis is like, it made me such a better player. Like in the past year or two, like I've made so much progress just because I've been having to work faster and think faster, and like, I don't even know. It's just, it was such a different environment. And like, don't get me wrong, the girls are amazing, but like when you're thrown in, like you and 2 other girls into a group of guys, like just, you have to like put your survival mode on. Like right. It's terrifying, but it's fun.
Well, and I think along those lines, the boys, you know, they expect you to play at a high level.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
they're going to like give you the ball. And when you perform, you keep getting the ball.
Yeah.
Whereas if
and
you
if you don't, then they'll make it known.
Right. So it puts a little pressure on you, but I think that creates, turns you into a faster player, as well as making it better for you when you get into the college environment.
Definitely.
So you end up playing at Tormenta, and I know the past couple of years you played in different cities, where you've trained with Tormenta, and the team kind of it didn't materialize, it didn't stay together, I guess. Outside of
there just weren't enough girls in the area that were like willing to pursue soccer as like intensely as the girls that wanted to, I guess.
Sure.
So that was kind of unfortunate, but it worked out in the end.
And then you end up playing with what club?
I played with USA, Mount Pleasant.
Okay, so up in Mount Pleasant.
For the past year.
Okay, for the past year. And was that did you going into that environment, you felt that the training you got at Tormenta prepared you for that and everything?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And how were the games up there and all the girls and all that stuff?
I think, I don't know, I would like to say that I was better prepared than some of the girls on our team, just because I think Tormenta is great in the way that we just train more and we train more efficiently than other teams. So that definitely helps me in that aspect, to be able to start every game, play every minute of every game.
Absolutely.
And then, I don't know, Kian was great in an aspect that the Mount Pleasant coach was great in the aspect that he was like, you want to play here today? Like, I'm just going to throw you in this spot today. Like, we'll see what you like at this point. And which was fun for me, because then I was like able to grow accustomed to like all the spots and all the positions on the field.
No, that's great. That's And then just moving into college, that's huge. With being able to have to show different opportunities in different spots.
Yeah. Definitely.
Did you end up playing high school, or was that not a thing?
No, I went to a school that did not offer any sports teams.
Okay.
So I did not end up playing on a high school team.
Okay, cool. No, that's part of the experience is me trying to figure out this whole thing of what makes Annika tick, and how you
it was always club soccer for me.
How you've stayed with it for the last 10 years at such an intense and high level is the amazing part to me. That's been just such a big part of your life for such a long time, and now it's really paying off now with this opportunity.
I mean, there are times where you definitely get burnt out and just frustrated with your personal progress and just the sport itself. Like, you love it, and that's pretty much your life for the past 10 years. But like, I got burnt out junior year. I was just frustrated because I wasn't making as much progress as I wish I did. But I'm happy I stuck with it, because I'm going to Furman because of all my work.
How do you overcome those times, if you could help other people out there? Because you're not the only one it happens to, but how did you, was there a strategy or something that worked for you in order to get that fire back and that passion back?
Honestly, I kind of just took a break. I took like a 2 to 3 month break. And I mean, I played a little bit. It was like during summer, and I was like burnt out. I know April, May, I was like, I just don't want to have to, like, I'm just tired. Like, that's all it was at that point. I was just tired between school and soccer and working out constantly and just having to put my like 100% effort into school and soccer all the time. I was just like, I'm just tired. And I mean, that's fine. I was listening to my body at that point, and like, it had been 9 years of me just doing that every day, which I wasn't complaining. I loved it, but I was just tired. And so I just took a 3.5 month break or something like that. And then I came back in August, and I was ready to go. And then I started training. I started doing some morning training, but I ultimately decided just to move my classes earlier. So I was done with school at like 11 or 12, and then I would go work out, and then I would do it's called. It's like high intensity speed training at Lava Fitness on the island. Right before practice, and then Abby and I would both run home, grab food, and then meet at the high school, and then drive to Hardyville to go practice. And that was pretty much our daily schedule. And that was something that I was like, okay, I'm not tired of this anymore. Like, I just want to be working as hard as possible. So, yeah, I mean, that break was definitely good for me.
Yeah, that's amazing, because it's some people that they don't listen to their body like you did there. And I think that's if you try to push through it, it doesn't work.
You just can't. You can't, because then you start like not liking it anymore. Like, there was like a point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to go to college for this. I really don't.
Right.
And that kind of was difficult, because it was one of those things where I was like, I committed to Furman sophomore year. So I was like, okay, I know I'm going to college for soccer. Like, I have to keep going with this. But then, like, it just came junior year, and I was like, look, like, you can sit there and just end up hating soccer because you've been pushing yourself so hard for the past 10 years, or you can take a break and then just work harder when you come back. And so that's what I ultimately decided to do, because it wouldn't have worked out if I would have kept going with it.
It's funny, because even as coaches that happens.
Yeah.
You can field and you're continuously coaching games, and if you don't listen to your body, you don't want to be anywhere near it. And it's a learning process, I know, for players, and funny enough for coaches and people in other industries. Like, but for you to have this awareness at 16 and 17, I think that puts you leaps and bounds ahead in future opportunities for yourself. Definitely. And understanding to read your body. But now it sounds like you're training for Furman for the fall. Have you heard anything from them about school opening and that type of thing?
As of right now, they said that the school will be open for fall semester.
Awesome.
But I mean, I think everything's still kind of up in the air at this point, because I don't know if we're gonna have like I know there's been rumors talking about moving all the fall season like sports to spring, which honestly I would not be complaining against, because I'm so nervous for the fitness tests and everything, even though I've been putting in like a good amount of work. Yeah, I'm still nervous about them, but we'll see how it all plays out. Kind of just all playing it by ear at this point. Corona definitely put a damper on everyone's 2020.
Right, because then you had to graduate from high school, and was it like
how'd
that work?
I'm having a horrible graduation. Well, not a horrible graduation. I'm very thankful for Heritage being able to like adjust to these times, but it definitely would have been more enjoyable for me to be able to walk across the stage and get my diploma.
Right.
But right now we're having a YouTube graduation. I was awarded valedictorian, so I had to get my valedictorian speech and record it at home for it to be put in a YouTube graduation. And then we had to take some very awkward videos of us walking towards the camera for our processional. But I'm very thankful for everything that Heritage has been doing, because they've been trying to make it as enjoyable as they can for us. But it was just kind of unfortunate, because a lot of my friends that I go to school with are international kids. And so a majority of them have gone home now, and I wasn't able to say like goodbye like for our
that's too bad.
Senior class, which is unfortunate. But I mean, there's always social media and cell phones and such, so it wasn't that bad. But
yeah, it sounds
definitely a bummer.
It's frustrating, but it sounds like they're making the best of it. And congrats on the valedictorian piece. I didn't.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You have to share your speech, so we can we can share it around on the Tormenta social media. So what are you doing this summer as far as training? Are you and Abby working together, or is that
Yeah, so we're talking about right now I'm actually talking about doing her and I are talking about doing the 75. It's called the 75 hard challenge.
Okay.
Which is basically like you choose a diet, but I'm just going to do a calorie deficit, like try and cut back on my calories. And then you drink a gallon of water a day.
Okay.
And then you work out twice a day, which we were already doing anyway. Sure. And then you read a minimum of 10 pages of a nonfiction entrepreneurship, like a young entrepreneurship book.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And then there's something else, but I can't remember it. It's like 5 different things. So we're going to try and do that for 75 days. And I think that's going to be a big aspect of our training at this point. We're also, because she's going to Vanderbilt, so we're going to be doing both of our summer fitness packets maybe, so we're both like double prepared to see how hard we can push ourselves this summer, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. But
have you received that now? You've gotten the packet. Is it a back in my day when I was back in my day, you got like an actual packet in the mail? Do they
we get
still like that,
emails.
or you get it over email? Okay.
Yeah, but we haven't. I got like a voluntary April and May workout packet, but I've kind of just been doing my own thing, just because I think mine's more intense than what they sent us, because they can't really send us like a full-on workout packet at this point, just because we're not like graduated yet. Like NCAA rules are weird. So we're just waiting until we all graduate. I think they'll probably send it sometime in June, beginning of June, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they know a little bit more probably about the fall season, hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope it all goes down.
Yeah.
You know, you've done great work at Sweet Feet in the working with kids at it was at Hilton Head Prep and some camps.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And Montessori.
And Sea Pines Montessori and crushing it. It's been super helpful and awesome to get to know you over the years, you know, with your teaching and soccer and all this stuff. And I appreciate you coming on here and talking with me so we can learn more about you and, you know, how Annika has been created and become so passionate on the soccer side. But it's you know, that entrepreneur thing really catches my mind too, because I always want to know about what people want to do in the future. I'd love to know, you know, we can end on this, you know, what your future goals are for soccer, and then kind of what you want to be when you grow up, or what you're looking towards with those two things.
So I'm kind of set on just playing soccer through college. I want to play for 4 years, but then after that, I'm kind of thinking like I could go farther with it if I wanted to, but I think that's gonna be pretty much the end of my road for soccer. After college, I think that'll be about it. Of course, I'll still play for fun all the time, but I think like competitive soccer is probably going to come to an end after my senior year. Right. But then after that, with my international studies major and my minor in Spanish, I think I'm going to come back to Hilton Head or Charleston and work for my mom, and she works for Argent's shipping and logistics. Oh, wow. And so I'll probably do that, and that's where the international aspect of it will come into play.
No, that sounds incredible, because I always see her on social media in different parts of the world and the country. Yeah. Like, man,
she's pretty cool.
That is a good job.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. So I think as of right now, that's my goal and my plan. But I mean, there's still 4 years for that all to change. But as of right now, that's what I'm working towards.
Of course. No, that sounds amazing. I'm glad you have, I'm sure, you know, playing at soccer at such a high level, being the valedictorian and doing all these things, you've always had goals and dreams and these types of things. And it seems like you're shooting for the moon with, you know, the next 4 years at Furman and what's going to happen afterwards. Once again, I really appreciate you coming on with me here. I'm going to share this on every Tormenta social media so we can create more girls players like yourself. Any parting wishes for the club, or for, you know, all the kids at the club and the coaches, that type of thing?
Just wish everyone the best and just trust the process at this point, because it will get you many places.
Awesome. Thank you, Annika. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.